Nah, bro. So what you want to say?
Nah, I'm good, bro.
So anyway, blood, we're back, innit? You know what I mean? We're back,
hit the
blood.
like button, hit the subscribe button. Boy, this is a fun podcast to do.
If we clip the stuff we say before the show starts, I don't know how long we'd last.
We'll be cancelled, bruv.
Yeah.
Bruv. You'll be Tristan Tate and I'll be Andrew Tate, bruv. It'd be so bad.
Already you're setting me off to say bad stuff. My brain's just swimming with.
And every week Andrew just wants us to do content other than boxing. I'm like, bruv, you do not want us to do that.
He does until we do it, and then suddenly it's like, no, don't. Like, it's going to be like, stop. Yeah, he's man. You know, Andrew's an emotional guy anyway. Speaking of emotional guys, Conor Benn, Eddie Hearn, in the mud. What's going on?
Because in the mud, fam. These men are just, I don't even know what to call it. Them men are just in the gutter, bruv. Like, you know why it's so bad, bro? Because Eddie Hearn has invested so much into this. Like, he can't even run no more.
He can't back out. He can't back out, bro.
So deep in, bro.
He can't back out.
I'm not even gonna lie. At some stage, bro, you should have said, bro, you know what, bro? It's kind of mad, fam. Like, you just have to firm it. He can't even do it because he's gone so far, bro. Like, he's literally ruining his own credibility by going so far.
He's taking food on consignment.
Literally, bro.
And
to pay back the guy that he owes, he's taking more.
Yeah,
bro, it's so peak, bro.
To pay back one crew, he's got to take food from the next crew.
One.
Now it's peak.
It's so peak. And you know the wickedest thing, like, when you're looking at the landscape of the situation, they're trying to spin it. But the more they spin it, the worse it looks. Because the truth is, a couple months ago, he was telling us he's free to fight, he's licensed. And then he came out and obviously now he's not free to fight in the UK. His license got rejected. He's coming out and saying, nah, I don't know why Conor Benn's getting treated like differently. I'm like, bro, if we look at the facts, bro, the facts are... Only facts, bro.
Yeah.
Only facts. Let's look at the facts, yeah? He failed 2 drugs tests. He refused to present the
evidence in the dossier
up front.
He said he had it.
He had it, but he refused. He refused to do a hearing.
Yep.
He refused to even communicate or have a correspondence with the British Boxing Board of Control. And he conducted his own investigation and came up with his own findings to say that he's innocent. Bro, that is like doing a murder and then going to court and saying, no, I done my own investigation, bro. You man don't need to investigate me no more. I bust the case already, fam. And then to make it even worse, bro, you flee the country, bro. This guy's first fight back was in America. He didn't even fight in the UK. That's what makes it worse. So for every Conor Benn fan who thinks, this guy's innocent, bro, you're not even behaving like a man who's innocent, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, the reason...
Straight OJ.
Straight up, bro. I can't... Bro, where's the Bronco, fam? That's what you need to say, fam. This guy is guilty, bro.
Hella eggs and that, bro.
Huh?
Hella eggs, bro. What do you say? 2 dozen eggs a day.
Trust me, I don't know what he's... Bro, Conor Benn is done out, innit? Like, he's so... Like, the level of done he is, I don't even know how to... I don't even know where on the spectrum he is. It's just... He's just done, fam. He's over. Like, he's over, bruv.
He's one of them man that, like, everything he does, it makes it worse for himself. Like, he would have been much better off if he just didn't say nothing. If he just shut up and didn't say nothing.
But I went on Piers Morgan, fam.
Yeah.
God is a real idiot.
God is a real idiot.
Bro,
you know?
I don't get it, bro. On a serious note, I don't get it. And the last few weeks, Eddie Hearn's been spinning the narrative, Eubank just needs to sign the contract. Bro, you can't even fight, bro. Why would he sign the contract if you're not even licensed to fight?
But he's still saying that now. I saw an interview of him today where he was like, once Eubank's holding it up still, and once he signs, then he wants Eubank to sign a fight and then go to the British Boxing Board of Control and then have the argument.
Why would Eubank sign a fight when he doesn't even know if it can actually take place? You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, you got to remember, for those who don't know, when you sign up to the governing body, they actually sanction the fight based on safety precautions, not just drug testing, bro, like multiple safety precautions. If you don't get licensed, it could be... It's not in any... And I'm pretty sure Eubank don't care about this, but anyone who's managing Eubank will care about this side of boxing. You have management for this reason. You have to... That's like me going in to a fight that's sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control for me, but it's not sanctioned for you. So we're fighting by two different rules here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if obviously there's got to be VADA testing and obviously additional testing through UCAD. This guy hasn't needed to do UCAD testing because he hasn't signed up to British Boxing Board of Control since last year. Yeah. So like for me, bro, it is they're spinning the narrative so bad. And for those who don't know, again, the biggest lie Eddie Hearn's told everyone is, well, when he failed the drugs test, we couldn't pull the card, or we couldn't pull the card, and we couldn't release it to the public. That's a lie, bro. That is a straight lie. If VADA are conducting an investigation, the public are allowed to know. I'll give you a brilliant example. When Oscar Valdez failed the drugs test, Top Rank presented the information to the public, and once the WBC and VADA had concluded, the fight was able to proceed. But that whole entire time, it was completely transparent. So the idea that Conor Benn, everything had to be secret is a load of rubbish, bro. It's a load of rubbish.
Do you think that we'll even, like, how damaging is this to him? Do we even see him fight again? Because this is just going on and on and on.
But it's his fault, though.
Of course. And do other governing bodies even want to work with this guy?
Bro, this is what you call light skin privilege, bro.
Oh, my days.
No, I'm being dead honest, bro. This is called light skin privilege, bro. Because why do you think rules apply for everybody else and not you? You failed the drugs test. You have to go through the process that is put in place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a process which is you have a hearing, you present the evidence, and then we'll issue a sanction if it's worthy of sanction, or we'll free you to fight. He hasn't done none of that, bro. Everything he's done is through himself. He's conducted his own investigation. Bro, you can't conduct your own investigation, bro. That's not boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go through the process. So, bro, he's done it to himself. I have no sympathy for this guy, bro.
Yeah. What happens with Eubank now? Does he just look for another fight? Does he wait? Like, if you're Chris Eubank, it's like, how long are you guys going to milk these man's dad's names for the sake of this fight? Because already, neither of them have belts. Neither of them are an elite fighter, really, at their weight class. Neither of them are really that level. A lot of it is based off of the history of their dads. And that slowly died out. But we're on our last legs with it. Like, yeah, you know what? Cool, if you sign it now, okay, cool, like, fair enough, innit? And then it's happened again. Like, not the same thing again, but that's getting kicked further and further down the road. Like, at what point does Eubank... And you know me, I've never really been a big fan of Eubank Jr. anyway.
For obvious reasons.
At what point... But no, when I say I'm not a big fan of him, what I'm saying is he could look for... He's got fights out there that he could take that he may well lose because some of these men are better than him and he might not make the money. So he's happy to wait. You know, he could... In one way, I feel bad for him because he's losing money and he's losing this opportunity because of Conor Benn. In another way, there are other fights for him that he's choosing not to take.
I think Eubank's looking at this part of his career as a cash out. You could argue that he's looked at his whole entire career as a cash out.
100%.
But definitely this part of his career is a cash out. There's not even two ways about it. So I would love to see him actually fight some guys at middleweight. You know, maybe take on Golovkin, even though I know he's past it. Obviously, I think Charlo's moved up now.
What about him versus Billy Joe? We heard Billy Joe wanted to make a comeback in January, February.
I think Billy Joe probably needs a fight back. You know what I'm saying? Before they can make that happen. But definitely that will be interesting to see. But I just think...
Because I think he's going to try and keep the sales model as close. What other middleweights are there that are British? Do you know what I'm saying? Because
None.
There's none that are going to sell, especially.
None. Like, obviously there's middleweights that are out there, but... Obviously,
that's why they made
he ain't gonna fight like a
Smith.
Felix Cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not gonna fight a Felix Cash. He's not gonna fight a Denzel Bentley. Like, he's not gonna fight none of those guys because their name's not big enough. But he will fight Billy Joe Saunders, as you said. He will fight. I don't even know if there's any other like big names in the UK, but bro, Conor Benn's kind of shagged himself. So I won't even lie. He's effed himself up, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
And he's like, what you're probably gonna see now is. Either they take that fight to Saudi or something, or you would probably see Conor Benn versus some American, bruv. But this guy's... You ever watch Paid in Full?
Yeah, of course.
You know when Mitch is in the car and saying, you're dead in the streets, bro? that is Conor Benn right now. This guy is dead in the streets, bro. He is dead in the streets, bro. Like, bro... And even if I saw Conor Benn, I'd say that to him as well, bro. I'd say, bruv, you need to go find a 9 to 5, bro. Not even because you need money. Just because your boxing career is over, bro.
Yeah.
You'll never... Bro, I've seen dudes like Gerald Miller fail 3 drugs tests and still boxing.
2 for Dillian White. Well, he's not come back
2
yet.
for Dillian... He ain't come back yet.
Yeah.
But
Tyson Fury.
That's my point. Like, all you need to do is just go through the process, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like...
Take your ban like a man.
Just shut up. And don't... As you said, don't talk. Don't talk. Tyson Fury just didn't speak for 2 years. He just went into hiding for 2 years. Like, literally...
Let it all blow over and then start again. Yeah,
bro. I think Dillian White's going down the silent route as well, which is just don't talk.
By the time he comes out of that silent route, he's just gonna get smashed in, bro. It's gonna be key for him. So,
but he's not making it worse for himself, though.
Yeah. That's what's weird about the Conor Benn situation for sure. Just making it worse. Like, so from 2 light-skinned men in Britain that are just both idiots, we go all the way to America for 2 light-skinned men that are serious. They're doing everything right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you watched the face-off, innit?
Yeah, you told me like 4 times to watch it, but I had to watch it.
Entertaining still. It was the first time, I watched the face-off where I was like, bro, you didn't need that guy in the middle.
Who was in the middle?
Who was in the middle? Can't even remember.
But you don't with them two. You don't. Need
they were just going at it, and there was no filter. They didn't bleep out any swear words. Like I'm like, bro, they just allowed it to be raw, and it was really entertaining. Devin Haney and Prograis, if you don't know who we're talking about, yeah, that was real entertaining, and it's gonna be a real good fight.
Man, it's testing your loyalties because Prograis used to be your guy before Devin Haney was the new guy. You're a big fan of Regis Prograis.
I'm a big fan of both.
And then as Regis kind of tailed off a bit and the new crop was coming in, you're like, you know what, Devin, you put all your stock.
No, but you know
you
what
put a lot of your stocks in Devin Haney early. And now I'm watching you twitching like.
I'll be honest, I'll be honest. I remember Devin Haney fought maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. Like boxing, like. Guys who followed Devin Haney's career for a while, they would know. This is before he fought in Philadelphia. Yeah. And I remember him fighting and he fought a nobody, it didn't even matter. And he won and he looked real good. And at that time, obviously you had Shakur who went to the Olympics, Ryan Garcia who went to the Olympics. Tank had already been established at this point. And you looked at it and you felt he was the only one who didn't go the conventional way. And in my opinion, I kind of thought to myself, all right, cool, I'm going to watch this guy. And I'm thinking, my eyes are on you because you didn't do it the right way, in my opinion. You didn't do it the real way and the old-fashioned way. And I'm really watching how you're going to move. And to be honest with you, he turned me into a believer, bro. Yeah. He started to do things the right way. He took the tough fights. And after, especially within the last 2 years, bro, I started to think, this guy is the real deal.
But you know what's funny? Like the narratives around certain fighters, because you could have someone like a Tio lose to a Loma, and you know
beat Loma.
But you could have someone like a Tio lose to a Loma, and people be like, oh, but Lomachenko is he's an all-time great.
100%.
Even when he beats him, he's amazing because he's a great. And then you have Devin edge a victory against Loma. Oh, Devin's not that good. Nah, he's not that good. Facts. Nah, it's all the narrative. I don't know. You know, I've never been convinced about him. Shakur would beat him. Tank would knock him out. But it's like,
good point,
bro. Man he ain't got the knockout power of a Tank, but he's got knockout power. I think he's got good. We had this debate before about who hits harder when he fought Lomachenko. I think he can knock people out. He can box as well.
He's a boxer.
He is a boxer, but hits harder than like a pure boxer like a Shakur.
You think he hits harder than Shakur?
I think he hits harder than Shakur.
I don't know about that. I think Shakur probably hits slightly harder than Devin.
You think so?
But I think a lot of it comes down to weight because this is the first time.
Because you remember telling me, it depends on so many things. People telling me Errol Spence hits harder than Crawford. Maybe he does, but it don't matter.
I didn't think that. I always thought Crawford hit
a lot of people were saying that Crawford is a boxer and Spence is the puncher. It didn't even matter when it came to it.
Yeah, facts. And I think this is the weight we're going to see the best out of Devin. Yeah. 140 pounds. He's moving up. Obviously, he relinquished his belts yesterday.
Yes.
He relinquished all his belts from at 135. So he's basically saying, this is the weight class I'm going to be fighting at moving forward. And he didn't want no warm-up fights, bro. He said, give me the best dude at 140. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure he could have probably got a easy tick over, but he said, give me the toughest one. and he took Regis, and I give him credit for that. And we will see the best version of Devin Haney next week.
And just real quick, Tank's staying at 135.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll get onto the Regis Prograis, Devin Haney fight. We'll delve into that a little bit.
Next week.
But Tank, is he avoiding some of these fights? Is he staying at that weight, not killing himself to stay at the weight, but working really hard to stay at that weight? And he's watching some of these bigger fights go past him.
The thing is with Tank, and Tank's putting himself in a real awkward position right now. Because obviously we know he wants the most money, and he is the cash cow at that weight class. He generates the most money. But I just feel like he's allowing a lot of things to pass him by. He put a weight clause on Ryan Garcia, where Ryan Garcia couldn't weigh more than a certain amount, which for whatever reason, even though the fight wasn't even for a belt, whatever. And he's not really expressed any ambitions to fight Shakur or fight Devin. You know, and I think he's trying to do this Floyd Mayweather route where just put me up against a Mexican or Latino. He doesn't want to really fight black fighters. And that was one thing Floyd was accused of, especially Money Mayweather. Yeah. Not so much Pretty Boy. And I just feel like he's allowing someone like Devin, not so much Shakur, because Shakur hasn't really tilted, like his last few performances haven't really tipped the balance. Yep. But he's allowing someone like Devin to really gain like so much leverage, not so much financially. But you look at Devin's last fights, Kambosos twice in Australia, he fought Jojo Diaz, he fought Linares, he fought Lomachenko, then he fought, now he's fighting Regis. You think, he's fought 3 southpaws in the last, in his last few fights. 3 southpaws. Like Tank is a southpaw. He's allowing someone who's for me testing himself at the highest level to gain more leverage. And for me, I don't know where his career's going, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Because Tank didn't even take like a Lomachenko fight. He didn't take none of these fights.
He turned down the Lomachenko fight.
If you want to say, well, only Ryan Garcia's name is big enough. Lomachenko's name was at the time 2 or 3 years ago.
The
biggest 100%. Name. And then you've got, you know, if he doesn't want to fight
Teofimo Lopez,
doesn't want to fight Shakur, you can kind of understand that. Okay, fine. Shakur doesn't have the biggest brand, but the actual, you know, he's got the, you know, Shakur hasn't got the biggest brand. But then he's letting fights go that do have bigger brands. See what I'm saying? So, like, he's running out of excuses, is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? The excuses that he's used of, I don't want to fight Shakur, he's not going to pull enough money. Cool. So I'm going to fight Ryan Garcia. We understand that. We understand you want to make money. Then you got Devin Haney. He's building his name. You know what I mean? He's picking up belts. He's somebody. He's built a brand. He's undisputed at this weight class. Nah, I don't want to fight him.
Yeah, bro, you can clearly see that because he hasn't
fighting Rolly.
When was the last time he fought? He fought against Ryan earlier this year. I think that was in April.
Yeah.
And he hasn't scheduled a fight from now. Apparently, he's looking for a Isaac Cruz rematch. That doesn't really sell. But again, I just feel like I don't even know, bro. I don't know who's managing Tank's career right now because I know he's left Floyd, but bro, they're not managing it the best way.
It's damaging his credibility because his credibility was, like I said, was always, I'm the knockout artist at this weight class, and some of these men need to do the work and get a brand big enough to fight me and make their names big enough. And now these men, they're leapfrogging him, to be honest with you.
Apparently, Eddie Hearn said he's looking to make the winner of Regis Devin versus Ryan Garcia. For me, if Devin beats Regis and then goes against Ryan Garcia and I pick him to beat Ryan, bro, he's not only has he surpassed Tank, like you got to remember
he's surpassed Tank already. Career-wise,
he's surpassed Tank already.
Yeah,
but Tank would now have to look at it like, bro, this guy's younger than me, bro.
Yeah,
Devin just turned 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, when would you ever fight this dude? Because if you look at their careers, you look at it and say, bro, there's a big gap in Tank's resume, massive gap.
Tank, his resume is not great compared to Devin Haney.
I mean, is the 5th world champion in a row Devin Haney will be fighting?
And soon, you know, if Shakur keeps going the way that he's going, although the last performance is flat, could be Shakur as well in a couple of years. Yo, 100%. my actual, you know, you got a big brand because you were attached to Mayweather. That will fall apart slowly.
100%.
You're getting knockouts against people who nobody knows. That will fall apart slowly. Shakur will build his brand. Devin will continue to build his brand. all these people build their brands, and there'll be no fights for Tank, and he'll be stuck, and he'll price himself out of the market.
1,000,000%, bro. 1,000,000%. And sometimes you can wait, and almost overweight. We're seeing this with like Wilder and AJ. They got saved by the Saudis, bro.
Yeah.
Because at one stage, bro, that fight was looking dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
100%. Not another light skin guy, brown skin guy. So we're moving through the color wheel still.
Literally.
Do you know what I mean? One of your favorites.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Took an L.
Yeah, it was disappointing to see.
We always look at this guy like a warrior. Do you know what I mean? He's a warrior. He's always has been happy to take the hardest fights. From Tank taking the easiest fights for the most money, he's happy to take challenges and has taken unnecessary challenges sometimes in his career just to be that brave person, rather than say.
A lot of guys just.
That's what he did. Rather than say, okay, I'm just gonna wait for Canelo, and yes, you could have waited ages. I'm gonna take some fights, and he's taking some difficult fights. Andrade, man, and he took the L. I said middle late rounds. I think I could see it getting stopped in round 6, or kind of retired at the end of round 6. I think it was.
Bro, that's a controversial thing because some people are saying that Andrade quit.
That's what I was gonna say. You know, do you think he quit? Did he get pulled out? Because
apparently, like for me, I have this strict rule, bro. Like in boxing, you got to go out on your show. This is why one of the main reasons. As much as I love Roberto Duran, he said no mas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you always lose credibility for that.
Same as Rigondeaux.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Rigondeaux's the same way, and it's fun that you say that. Rigondeaux and Andrade are very similar.
Yes.
Where you could clearly see their talent.
Yeah.
But they've had to move up a weight class to take on a tough challenge. And obviously they lost. And they lost in similar fashion. Benavidez is an animal. And I think that was the first time I watched Benavidez and thought, you are just an animal.
When I saw it, I thought, Canelo's not fighting you.
Bro.
Canelo's not. Watch it. That performance was good in the short term, but dead in the long term. Because the better that performance was, the less likely it was that Canelo's ever going to get in a ring with you.
I'll keep it real, bro. I'll keep it real. And I'll say this to all Canelo fans that's watching this, bro. Anyone who thinks I am willing to bet money that I don't even have. I'm willing to bet money I don't even have. Canelo won't just lose to Benavidez. He'll get stopped, bro. Bro, I watched the first 2 rounds. Andrade was piecing Benavidez up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, piecing this dude up. You can clearly see the skill disparity. Bro, Benavidez was still there. He wasn't even moving. And cool, maybe Andrade doesn't have the punch power of Canelo.
Prime Canelo.
But Canelo doesn't fight in reverse. You're not moving Benavidez back, bro. He's a clear 175. Like, that dude is not 168, bro. I don't know how he even makes weight. God knows how he makes weight, bro. This dude was just coming forward. And his punch selection, especially as the fight went on, was tremendous,
Well,
bro.
Canelo struggles. Canelo has stepped up before and it's not worked out for him. He really struggles with people that are obviously bigger than him, which I understand that's boxing, but also have good punch selection and good technical fundamentals.
Facts.
You know, he's fought bigger guys like a Callum Smith, you know, who's decent, but not on that same level. He's fought people like Kovalev coming towards the end of his career, not quite the same. But when he stepped up, he has
he could have got stopped
struggled.
against Bivol.
Yes.
If we're being honest, Bivol was just not a power puncher.
Yeah.
But bro, there was times in that fight where Canelo was just completely gassed.
And Bivol himself was coming off of a poor performance win.
Yeah, against Craig Richards.
So taking that fight, if he's not fighting Benavidez, but he's definitely not fighting Benavidez after that performance.
1,000,000%.
Watching you do that, I'm not coming to say, yeah, let's put a date in the diary. That's never gonna. No way.
He's making it worse. Like
maybe he can watch him have like a dodgy performance or a shaky performance or an off night, and then maybe think, well, yeah, I've got him.
100%.
And then that would be like the really complex way.
I thought it was gonna be this fight because especially when I watched the first 2 rounds, I thought, right, Andrade is actually he fought the style that I would have fought, which is. Let your hands go and land some punches to stop Benavidez coming forward. He done exactly what we said. The punches just didn't stop this dude. He just kept coming forward.
Yeah.
He just kept kept walking through it. And when a dude that strong, that powerful, lands punches at such a high percentage, it's just a matter of time, bro.
Yeah.
And you look, it's like a big brother versus a little brother. Like Andrade wasn't even a big 160.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to be moving up to 168 against a dude who's probably the best part of 190 pounds coming into the ring, bro.
Yeah.
It was just a massive size disparity. But Benavidez will destroy Canelo. I'm willing to put money on that, bro. I'm willing to bet that.
I think that you're probably right. We covered this on this channel as well that same night. Chantel Cameron versus Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor got the decision, and it was the decision wasn't controversial, but the refereeing and the overall managing of the fight was a little bit controversial. And it's a shame because although Chantel Cameron has some things that she can complain about, her performance wasn't good enough, and she also didn't deserve to win the fight.
I'm gonna make a very outlandish statement, and we're gonna clip this.
Here we go,
bro. I don't think
look into your camera right there.
No, I will. I don't think Katie Taylor is that good of a fighter, bro. I'll be honest, bro. She's just so messy. Like, if you cannot show me, bro, she won the fight. Cool, she won the fight clearly. But bro, she's just a messy fighter. Like, for me, that's not how I like boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because, like, I'm not even being misogynistic. I'm just saying, bro, this girl fights with her face. She doesn't really have much defensive skills. She doesn't have punch power. Her actual boxing skills and footwork is, like, horrible. Like, she just reminds me of a very small female Lawrence Okoli. In fact, I'm lying. She doesn't remind me of Lawrence Okoli because Lawrence Okoli doesn't even let his hands go like that. I don't even know who she just reminds me of. I don't even know, bro. It's just very ugly.
She reminds me of some of the fighters that we used to love back in the day. And when I say the back of the day, before we were even born, but the 70s and 80s, some of them had like smaller Latin American fighters that were just volume fighters, pure volume fighters. The difference was maybe down to being men, which is to the point you were making. They had knockout power.
100%.
And also the other difference is that they also fought 3 rounds. Not 2 rounds. 3 minutes. So the volume of accumulation of punches could lead to more knockouts, and hers just don't really lead to more knockouts. Because even when she was in her prime, she couldn't really have enough time to do serious damage. She could do a bit of damage, and then they would recover. A bit of damage, then recover. She hasn't the same quality. But in her peak, she would go out there and she was very athletic, and she would just out volume and overwhelm her opponents. Whereas now, she's still overwhelming her opponents, but not with punches. She's overwhelming her opponents with hugging, with messiness, with elbows, with a lot of stuff with lots and lots of holding, real excessive holding.
I can't lie, it's Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron. Katie Taylor's whole entire career, her career, without actually watching her fight, is an amazing career. What she's accomplished, what she's done for women's boxing is amazing. But someone like me, who's grown up watching boxing, it puts me off women's boxing, bro. Because, bro, that's not fighting to me. That's just messy. Like, bro, I don't like boxing like that. I don't know, man.
I think you're being unfair, because I think that in the men's ranks, we see a lot of fights that are very. However, you do criticize it, but I think that it's glossed over a lot more in the men's ranks, because at the end of that fight, somebody would get knocked out. And so that as a fighting fan, although that's not the kind of boxing you like, and you wouldn't have them up there with the Crawfords and the Spencers and the Inoues and those guys, but at the end of the day, you don't mind watching the odd scrap here and there if it ends in a knockout, because for the average fan, even not a boxing purist like yourself, but for the average fan, that is worth the wait. That you can go, you know what, cool. Do you know what I mean? But at the end, so we're just seeing scrappy, and then not even the payoff of a knockout at the end.
But 100%, but you got to remember, she's the pinnacle of the women's sport.
I understand that.
So she's supposed to be setting an example. Like, when I watch Crawford, for example, you brought up Crawford, he is the epitome of perfection. Like, when I watch Crawford, like, if you were to take out the X's and O's in boxing, bro, it will be hard to grade Crawford on less than an 8.
Yeah, in decades to come. But you know what? Maybe we're holding him to too high regard, because, you know, how many in a decade from now, gyms all over the world will be teaching their kids Crawford style. A decade from now, people will be teaching kids in gyms around the world the Lomachenko style. Most fighters are not that level.
100%.
Most of them are not. There's plenty of, like, in the men's ranks, she's like a Liam Smith. But the difference is Liam Smith might deliver you a knockout at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is.
I think Liam Smith is a good example.
Yeah.
I think Liam Smith is a very good example.
He's going to go in there, he's athletic, he's got big heart, lots of volume, and he's going to try and out-punch you. If he can't out-punch you for any reason...
Mess you up.
and mess it up. And if he can't outpunch you for any reason, he's going to come into problems. And I do think that Chantel Cameron has to take some responsibility. The ref was horrendous with not warning about holding and stuff like that. But I do think as well that she didn't fight her fight. She herself
100%.
didn't fight a very good fight.
100%.
She didn't give a very good account of herself. And ultimately, even though it was a really scrappy, ugly fight, she didn't really deserve to win, to be honest with you.
Bruv.
And my concern now is that because the women's boxing pool is so small, it might be a run back, which I don't want.
I heard that still.
I can see that happening.
It's not the first time we saw a Messi Katie Taylor performance. I probably can name 7, 8.
All her fights have been like this.
Literally,
They've all been like that.
I know I'm going to get enough hate in the comments for that, but I don't even care, bro. Like,
It's facts. It's facts. But you know how it is. But listen, that's most of the big stuff that's happened. You know, you got to like and subscribe to the channel for more. We're covering more football, more boxing, everything like that.
Next week. Devin Haney versus
Progress. Next week, Saturday?
Next week, Saturday. Not Saturday, coming next week, Saturday.
Okay, cool. So we're definitely going to be talking about that. We'll give that a proper in-depth preview next week.
Try to get a guest on for that one.
Yeah, we'll do my best. We'll see. See what we can do. But yeah, man, listen, to know anything more, to see who we get on, if we get people on, we're going to have much more guests, much more content coming out, all that good stuff. Do you know what I mean? The only way to keep up to date is to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Nick J. Francis, Shane Willoughby, OnlyFacts Boxing. We're out.
Love. What's the time?